many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Well, great day, everyone, and a welcome to Divine Connections Podcast. We are so excited that you are here. I am DelorisWilliams, your CEO of Divine Connections. So many great things are going on, and we want you to be a part, and we want to share it with you. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly, where we connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise stands, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. Then twice a year, we have an annual event. So the next one is coming up, which is my Divine Connections 15th magazine anniversary. It is going to be Saturday, March 29th at 11 a.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Kingdom Covenant Church, 520 Take Street, Teague Street Green in Greensboro, North Carolina. So you want to make sure you get your tickets. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have praise dance. We're going to have moms. We're going to have gospel group. We're going to have a saxophonist. We're going to have spoken word, and we're going to have some special guests as well, some special speakers. So you don't want to miss this. Again, that date is Saturday, March 29th at 11 a.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina. And so we are so excited about that. So go ahead and get your tickets at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events before it's sold out. And so we want to see your face in the place. So another thing that we do is I have my apparel line as well. So check out this video where you can see some of our apparels, and you can purchase a hoodie, a shirt, a jacket, because you want to let people know that you are a divine connection. Awesome. So today is an awesome day. Let me share some information with you. Well, first of all, again, that website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. events. Okay, so that's where you can go and get your ticket. Divine Connections Magazine.com/events. All right, and the next thing we want to share with you, if you want to learn more information about Divine Connections, go to the linktree, linktr.ee / Dolores Williams. You will see all of my social medias. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn. We're also on Twitter, and we are on Instagram. Okay. So here are those social media links. Our Facebook page is Divine Connections Marketing. Our Instagram is Divine Connections, one word. Our YouTube is The Divine Connections. Make sure you subscribe and like that information as well. Subscribe and click the notification button so you can be notified whenever we are on and what we are doing in the community, and you can be a part of that. So definitely keep that information into your, so you'll know who we are and where we are. All right, so you could also get an ad in the magazine if you have a business or an organization that's doing great things. We would love to hear about it, and we would love to spread your good news. And then you could also, at the same link, purchase the Divine Connections magazine. This is one of them, one of our recent ones, that you can get a copy of as well. And then we have, of course, the new one that will be coming out during the anniversary. So go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com / special-pricing to order your magazine, or also to get an ad spot for the next issue of Divine Connections magazine. Now, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, for your ministry, for your book, your gospel group, or your event, we would love to create that for you as well. Okay, so definitely stay connected. Get our email, Divine Connections Magazine 2@gmail.com, and send us information. We would love to connect with you and get that done for you. We also have my book, that second book that just came out, The Kingdom Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. So if you want to know how I do what I do with the help of the Lord, my accomplishments in my personal as well as my business life, it is in my book. It's called The Kingdom Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. Or you can connect with me, and we will have some definitely at the event as well. So it is on Amazon as well as Walmart.com. Now, if you need some marketing services for your business, we do a variety of things. So go to our website and look at the package that we offer for marketing. It's divineconnectionsmagazine.com /services. Okay. And then last but not least, again, our link is divineconnectionsmagazine.com /events. So definitely stay connected with that. Go ahead and get your ticket before it is too late. It's $35. And we're going to have a variety of things for you to be blessed by on that day. And so that's the information about Divine Connections. But this is the major part of this podcast, the interview. We have our special guest. And why is this important? Because we want to know who people are and what they do. But not only that, why is this special? Because this is the food part. Everybody want to know what we eat and what kind of food we gonna have there. So we have Miss Latasha Williams in the house, and she is going to be our main food vendor for Saturday, March 29th. All right. So help me welcome Miss Latasha Williams. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Wonderful, thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, of course, I would say, okay, well, my family kind of started in New York and we kind of went down to DC, and then we came a little bit to the South. I always say it that way.
Okay.
And then we made the South our home. My grandmother really.
Mm-hmm.
My company is all built off of family, and it started because of my grandmother.
Okay.
I always say, I was the first one with her in the kitchen with my apron, so that was my thing. I named it after her.
Mm-hmm.
I am the oldest of all the grandchildren,
Okay.
so it's more than 7 of us at this point. So, but I'm the oldest out of all of those, so I feel like I got the most time with her, so I was more connected. I would
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I started. But she really inspired me and teach me and taught me so much about food, not just being food, living food. She always
Mm-hmm.
the sun keeps your food going. That's the food you should eat. So
Okay.
that is really why I started my company. And then I started kind of building it within my family, and then building small businesses and just staying connected in North Carolina. So
Mm-hmm.
how we start anything that comes from North Carolina, I try to get my hands on and feed my customers that way, because we're an awesome, awesome state. People forget everything that we have here that you don't figure out and travel far for something. We really have a lot of things here that people miss, and a lot of good farmers, a lot of good farmers markets. Like it's a beautiful state. People tend to forget about, and that's one thing my company prides on. So we always make sure we do local things and go see new things that's opening just to feed. And it's a catering company right now,
Okay.
get bigger as it goes. But we do events. It helps us get out there for people to know who we are and how awesome our food is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's just something that I do. It's my heart. I did culinary, and then I went to business school. So I did both. And then I managed a restaurant for years, a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is my joy. Like, I joy do this all the time. I joy to deal with people and food. Like,
Go ahead, no solution. Okay.
that that's why I started this. And then I wanted to make sure I left something that remembered my grandmother, and then
Yeah.
something to have. Like, sometimes people don't think about generation wealth, and I do. And if
Mm-hmm.
it's right and correct, you can leave your family something that will take care of each other for a long period of time. But you got to put that in your family, and we're kind of that way. So, I mean, I work with my mom. She's
Mm-hmm.
my event coordinator.
Okay.
I do use my sister because she's a baker. That's Lachelle's bakery. She's awesome sauce, and
Awesome sauce.
I love her. She does all really good ingredients, especially people who are highly allergic. So
Hmm.
the thing, gluten free. So I use that person. So I have family who does my logos. That's my
Okay.
son. And then, we got, some love down in Georgia from Katrina, my partner. She has her cousin that does our shirts. So I
Oh,
keep it in. Like,
I
it, it,
love it.
it comes in all that way because you have to, and that's how you build that and that connection. So, and my food, I mean, the reviews on it, they say it's great.
That's what they say.
They say, I mean, I listen to my family because they're very opinionated, but
Mm-hmm.
we got to get some feedback because, you guys will say it's good because you're supposed to, but they all say it's very good. I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
And I custom menus to people. It's not what I have or I just do that. No, I custom it to you because it's about you. It's not about me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how we kind of like connect. And I think that's why a lot of customers connect with me that way because of that.
Yeah.
So that's one big thing. That's pretty much our family. It's literally a big melting pot, and someone's gonna help me, and I'm gonna help them.
Awesome. You talked about live food
Hmm.
versus regular food. Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Okay, so when you're planting, you want tomatoes, right? You want lettuce. You want to grow your garlic. Like, these are all things people can actually grow in their home sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
baby, you don't have to have. It doesn't have to be big, but those are meant for being grown from the sunlight. God put those here.
That's right.
A lot of things that people have, like, no, I know people love dairy. I have no offense, but that's not something that the animals are supposed to be here to help us, but we're not supposed to be eating. That's not live. Like, pizza and everybody loves it, right? It's a,
Uh-huh.
but we need more raw live food, like all of our veggies and our fruits. And I think people lose track of that.
Mm-hmm.
Make awesome things out of it. You can make awesome desserts.
Yeah.
This all out of fruits and vegetables and stuff. People just miss that. They miss
Yeah.
that whole thing. And I think they get confused on a bag of chips and an apple.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can make an apple taste amazing. You can make
Come
apple,
on.
you can make apple chips.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that because I love kale, so I make kale chips. I didn't think about. So how do you make apple chips?
So you can slice it. If you Now listen, everybody love a good air fryer now. So they have a dehydrating button on that, and people just they use it and forget all the buttons on there.
Yeah.
So you can slice that really well, and you can season it the way you want. Sometimes you can do cinnamon, you want to put a little brown sugar, whichever one, or you can naturally just get a sweet apple like a pink lady. Those, because they're naturally sweet all the way around. You don't need nothing. If you want something sweet, that does curb your sweet appetite. And you can slice those up, and then you can put that in there and make little chips. And if you do not have an air fryer, you can use your oven, like old school. Might take you a little longer, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Just like I say all the time, like popcorn. I don't make popcorn in the microwave. I make it on the stove. He taught me how to do. You make it on the stove with a little lid, put your little cinnamon, you whatever flavor you want to do, and you have that way. You don't have to buy it in the bag. Be more, make more food that is living, like a tomato. You can make a tomato sandwich. It's the think anybody knows even how a real tomato tastes without all the stuff that they put on it. So sometimes that natural thing people forget. And I always say that if the sun grows it, that means it's good for me, because we need all the sun to live. Actually, sometimes I think they forget that too.
Yeah. And do you teach people how to plant these vegetables or fruits?
So I don't teach them all the time, but I know my mother, she is the teacher to that, because my was the teacher to that.
Okay.
Onto that. So if I do plant, I plant like a little, I'm like the peppers, the herbs, but if it's big, I go and talk to my mom about it, but she will give me a whole dictionary on how to do it. She's really good at doing it. Like, I mean, awesome. My both together, they do a really good job with planting certain things. Now she's taught me how to do herbs, and she's even got me like, sometimes even if you're in an apartment, you could do like the hydro one that you can plug in, and you can put like little water and little seeds, and you can grow it on right there. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a backyard. Little things, even like lettuce. That's the grow, and you can make your salad anytime.
Yeah, I know I've planted some things. I've done strawberries. I have done cherry tomatoes. I've done green onions. I've done peppers, and I just love it. Like, I love doing my own.
And it's simple, because like you can take, when your potatoes have those little spuds that come out of it. Those are the ones that are awesome to take that and rebury it and replant that, and you can from that. You can take green onion and cut that and put it in some dirt and regrow more. So those are simple things. You can take, buy a vegetable and kind of redo it like that. I mean, there's simple ways that you can do that. And tomatoes are the easiest thing. You can, once you get that thing going, it just sprouts and it keeps going. And you could put that like even if you're in an apartment, you could do a balcony one, like a little balcony one, grow like little ones. So there's different ways for everybody. It's not just tailored to people who have backyards or have bigger spaces. You can have small spaces and still, you could do all your herbs. I know, in small spaces. And herbs are so fresh and seasoned. Like, you can season your food without doing a lot of salt.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing that I always do. I mean, and if I do use salt, it's usually two kinds, which is Celtic and pink salt. And they're different grains of it. So, sometimes when you use a little bigger, you use less. So, I mean, I could go on forever.
I love it. Because I would play around. I'm like you, my grandmother and my mother, they cooked all the time. Of course, that was old school. So then I started to take classes and learn more about drinking more water, getting sleep, eating more fruits and vegetables, how to grow vegetables. And so everything I like, I love spinach. I love the kale. And that's why I was like, I made kale chips. And I didn't think about the apple. I was like, you gave me an idea so I can make apple chips. And so just, because the food out here is off the chain, and ain't no telling what's in it. So it's good to try to grow some of your own as well. And it's fresh and it's so good. Cucumbers. So I love that. So I love what you're doing.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it takes a little bit to do everything on your own, but once you get a system, it actually saves you in the long run.
Absolutely. So if someone was interested in connecting with you, whether it's becoming a vendor or getting some of your food for an event, how can they connect with you?
You can reach out to christinesplates.com. And you can leave me a like an email, it'll shoot me an email, but it comes right to my phone. So I answer just like it's like almost an app for me. So something in that you want to try something or you want to order something or you have any questions, it's right there. Also, it has my information on there so you can, reach me or do however everything comes right to my phone, and I'm pretty fast and savvy when it comes to that to make sure I stay on top of those for anybody, especially for that. I mean, right now I'm doing out in Holly Springs, I'm doing a Black History cooking class.
Okay.
Not sure if I'm gonna keep doing it, but I am doing that right now. That's it's full up already. It's full. I was like,
okay.
But I'm gonna be out there teaching how to cook jambalaya, and then the story of jambalaya, because technically it come from 3 places people don't even know. We're going to talk about that and connect that with Black history. And then maybe further in the future with Holly Springs, I'll be doing cooking classes from there. So, and I'll definitely post that on my website and let people know.
Okay.
Also on Instagram, it's Christine Plates pretty much. You can reach me there, or TikTok, and it's Christine's Plates. So it's Christine's Plates. TikTok as well as Instagram, and then christinesplace.com for my website. And I definitely always post new things that we do, and I will be posting about the cooking class. So if people want to come, sign up for the next ones that we have in the future, and I definitely have time to talk one-on-one with everybody about different foods and maybe like meal things that people go through, especially I'm really good at specializing in like vegetarian, vegans, and gluten.
Yes.
I love that. I do that a lot because they forget about those, and everybody has restrictions, but they love to eat too.
Right. Right.
And they need some love. So
That's right.
that, and I do tailor that when I do my catering events too, because there's been so many people. So I make sure everybody eats good, nice and healthy. So that's my biggest thing.
Awesome. So what are some of the foods that you have or that you cook or that you provide?
So I will say, like, my salads, like I have a lot of those because I do the dressings. Popular ones that people love is my pasta salad, because that's done with it's called a garden pasta salad.
Okay.
Done with cucumbers and fresh tomatoes and a little bit of, you got green onions, and then it's a homemade dressing with that, and it's a dressing. I always say I have a fennel and olive orange salad. I don't know why they love it, but a lot of the vegetarians and the vegans, they love that salad.
Oh, I love salads.
But you always say you have to be a very good a fennel person, but I do it with like a tangerine dressing. So that's a little bit of the favorite salads. Lately, like recently, I did a pulled pork that was for Fuquay High, because I love me some Fuquay High School, because my youngest, she went there, and I support the marching band, and I go out support that school all the time, and I'm always doing events for them or giving back to them because of that, and connected with the youth that way. Also, my chicken tacos, that's a thing. I don't know, like, that people love it. It's not a traditional, not like not the same, but I put everything in it that would taste great, but I can leave things out and make it vegan or vegetarian for people, because that both. I do both of that. Double eggs, that's a big hit, but we kind of eggs. So, whichever Perkins has local eggs out there that I get from when I go out there to get my fruits and vegetables from him, and we get eggs out there for him at his farmer's market. And we have like 3 or 4 flavors of that. It's like a smoky paprika. We have the shrimp, sweet and savory ones, the traditional, and the everything one. Everybody loves those. I realized
sounds good.
Yeah, I realized that is like a hit thing for people. I'm like, wow, I didn't think people were gonna love it that much, but they do. People love brisket. Okay, I'm learning. I was learning that here. I didn't think brisket was so big here. I thought it was just more barbecue that would be more, but we do that too. We offer that a lot.
Okay.
We also offer a lot of even if you're a different, like if you like kosher food, I do that. I had to learn a little bit about that, educate myself. But I don't have a kosher kitchen, but I will use kosher products.
Mm-hmm.
Watch what I say. But
Right.
so I have learned a lot about that. Our big sellers, I will always say, would be our devil eggs. Our wings are
Mm.
one. They do love the brisket, the pasta salad, and they love mom's mac. I always say mom's mac because I took it from my mom and retwisted it. So
Okay.
they they love that, and some other things like curry chicken. I bring in a little bit of my heritage.
Mm.
I put that in there. Sometimes we serve like curry chicken, rice and peas, and macaroni
Mm.
plantain. And you always gotta throw a
I love
little.
plantains. I love plantains.
Yeah, so we do that and throw a little cabbage for a little love in there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, and don't forget. I will do. I did a couple of times where I did like a vegan patty, which is like a beef patty, but not a beef patty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my biggest thing. I do cassava flour with that though, because it has
Mm-hmm.
more cleaner. Those are really popular things that I know. And a pasta bar, people love that. I didn't know
Okay.
they love that. And my pesto is a big hit. People would love to buy that by jars, and I make it with the nuts and without, because you gotta
Okay. Right.
have highly allergic.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned that um before, so I'm definitely been working on that, and they love that. And the sauce, I have a couple videos on TikTok um that show me making my homemade sauce on there
Mm-hmm.
that I did. And Christmas time, I don't know how I forgot that, because my aunt Teresa loves my cranberry sauce.
Okay.
The one who inspired me to put that thing in a jar.
Yeah.
I first started making it, was just for my family, and she loved it so much. So she didn't even know she inspired me to do it. But I see that for Thanksgiving a lot, and a little bit for Christmas, but more for Thanksgiving. And people end up putting it on their hams. Their
Mm-hmm.
lady puts it on her yogurt in the morning, because I only give it on those 2 months. So she buys
Yeah.
as far as she can, and that's with like a citrus kind of flavor and a
Mm-hmm.
flavor.
That
And
sounds good.
yeah, just the holiday time for about 2 months, and then that's usually it. And
Mm-hmm.
and of course my herbal teas. I had to think about that. I forgot. Oh, but I do have a couple herbal teas that they're inspired by my kids, because they came.
Mm-hmm.
You got a fruity love, cinnamon love, root beer, tea,
Mm.
Carolina sweet,
Okay.
Carolina unsweet, of course, but that's a citrus orangey flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Loved orange, so it's off of that. We have those, and we sell those individuals. Sometimes people buy them for like 6 packs for their house, so,
Yeah.
those. But you could pre-order those or reach out on the email, christinesplace.com email, for that if you like, and I do that too.
And where are you located again?
We're in Raleigh,
Okay.
so
Awesome.
yeah, so a little bit of all over the place. But
And what are you bringing to the Divine Connections 15th magazine anniversary? Some of the things you bring in.
we are doing the barbecue sandwich.
Okay.
We are doing hot dogs,
Mm-hmm.
baked beans,
Mm-hmm.
and green beans with that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things we'll be offering. Our barbecue sandwich comes with pickles, house slaw, house,
Mm-hmm.
so you'll have that. And then the baked beans, it usually, like, I do a couple, so I'll do one with I have one sometimes when I have brisket, or sometimes you can have the one with meat or without meat. But I was thinking more or less maybe a half and half, because you never know how people are, so you want to make sure everybody
Mm-hmm.
tastes the product.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pulled chicken, because I learned when I did the wrestling match that some people in Fuquay, when I was out in Fuquay doing those sandwiches, they don't like the barbecue. They want barbecue chicken, but they want it pool style. So
Mm-hmm.
throw that in a little bit, so people can have a really good variety and make sure they're eating when I come out there with you guys, and make sure everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Just a little flavor and a little different. So that's what we're definitely going to do out there. And
Okay.
hot dogs are great. So everybody love good hot dog.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, we look forward to having you there, and then share with us just some encouraging words, because I know it's been a journey, especially when you're dealing with food and good food, and so share with us just some encouraging words that could be for anyone that's working on something that to keep going, and maybe a little bit about how your journey's been, but how you were still flowing.
There's a little quote sometimes that I have on the bottom of my email. It's success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it is courage to continue to keep going. So you just gotta, and that's what I always have my notes, and that's what I read all the time, because people get really discouraged when they fail, but don't worry, it's your failure can turn into something successful. And just have to remember that, like, just keep going, always keep moving forward.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to share before we leave?
No, but thank you for having me.
I loved it. You are very welcome. I'm excited that you guys want to be a part, because I like to do a variety of things, not only lift up the name of Jesus, but I also want to share good eating, good healthy things, good connections. And so you never know who may need, you as for an event, or just eating positive, something good, because, they will always talk about the food. I promise you that. They will always talk about the food. So I definitely had to have somebody good for the food, because they will talk about that part. Okay. Good, bad, and ugly. They're going to talk about it. So I'm excited to have you here, and for you to continue doing what you're doing, and how you have, from your grandmother, and how things has turned, for you, and healthy. I like the healthy part as well, and the variety. That's phenomenal. So definitely stay connected, y'all, with Miss Latasha Williams. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. And we look forward to seeing you guys Saturday, March 29th at 11 a.m. It's going to start at 11 a.m. Okay. And then I will give you the link again to get your tickets, divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. Okay. So go there and get your tickets. And we look forward to seeing you there. All right. You guys have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon. So hold tight, and I'll be right with you. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Hold tight. Give me one sec.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.